Guys, welcome back to another video. Camjam here. Today I'm going to be doing a aviation class for kids. So this is supposed to be a kid-friendly video where I teach little kids 4 to 12 about planes and aviation tactics and other things. Now there is one thing. I'm not a teacher. Well, we get that out of the way. Let's get started. Welcome to the world of aviation. Hi everyone. Have you ever looked up at the sky and wondered how airplanes fly? Or maybe you have seen a bird fly and thought, I wish I could do that. Well, in this class, we're going to learn all about flying. We'll talk about different kinds of aircrafts, like small helicopters and big jets. You'll find out how airplanes stay in the air and how pilots fly them. And guess what? We'll talk about airlines too, the companies that take people all over the world on airplanes. Whether you want to be a pilot or work on airplanes or just love flying, this class is your ticket to the skies. So let's get ready for a fun adventure in aviation. This is part 1, which is just going to be this video. And it's called Big Airplane Makers and Their Cool Planes. I know. Great title. Jeez. Airplane makers. When it comes to building airplanes, there are some really big companies that make the planes that we've seen flying in the sky. One of the biggest is Boeing, an American company that's been building airplanes for a very long time. They make famous planes like the 747, which is so big that sometimes it's called the Queen of the Skies. Another big company is Airbus. Based in Europe, they build huge planes like the A380, which can hold more passengers than most other airplanes, any other airplanes in the world. There's also Lockheed Martin, which is known for making special planes for the military, like the super fast F-22 fighter jet. These companies don't just build planes for fun. They make sure every plane is safe and ready to fly people or even help in important missions around the world. How Boeing got started and became a big airplane maker. A long time ago in 1916, there was a man named William Boeing. William loved adventure and was fascinated by machines that could fly. Back then, flying was something new. Very new. And exciting. Not many people had seen an airplane up close. William wanted to be part of this new world, so he decided to start his own company to build airplanes, and he called it Boeing, after his own last name. Boeing started out in a small wooden building near Seattle, Washington. At first, the company built small planes, including special ones that could land on water called seaplanes. These planes were used to deliver mail or even help with rescue missions. But William Boeing dreamed of building airplanes that could that were bigger, faster, and could fly longer distances. As the years went by, Boeing's airplanes became better and better. They worked to make sure their planes were strong and safe, using new designs and better materials. People started to realize that flying could be a great way of to travel quickly from one place to another, and soon more and more people wanted to fly in airplanes. One of Boeing's first big successes was a plane called the Model 247, which could carry passengers across the country. It was one of the first modern planes. I meant airliners. Sorry, guys. And helped make air travel more popular. Later, Boeing created the famous 747. They created the 747. A giant airplane that with 2 floors that could carry hundreds of people all over the world. It was so big and impressive that it was nicknamed the Queen of the Skies. Today, Boeing is one of the most famous plane makers in the world. Their airplanes can be seen flying in the sky almost everywhere you go. From small beginnings in that little wooden building, Boeing grew into a company that helps millions of people travel safely around the globe. This is William Boeing. How Airbus got started and became a big airplane maker. Airbus is one of the biggest airplane companies in the world, but its story is unique because it was born of teamwork between several European countries. In the 1960s, companies like France, Germany, and Spain, and later the United Kingdom, realized that they couldn't compete with American airplane makers like Boeing if they worked alone. So they decided to join forces and create a new company together. In 1970, this idea became reality, and Airbus was born. One of the key people behind Airbus was French engineer Roger Batelli. He had a big dream to design airplanes that were better, more efficient, more comfortable for passengers than anything that existed at the time. Roger Batelli, along with engineers from different countries, worked tirelessly to create Airbus's first airplane, the A300. This plane was revolutionary because it was the world's first twin-engine plane with 2 aisles, which meant it could carry more passengers while using less fuel. The A300 was quieter, safer, and more comfortable, making it very popular. The success of the A300 showed the world that Airbus was a company to watch. Airbus didn't stop there. They kept pushing the boundaries of what airplanes could do. They created the A320, which became one of the most popular airplanes for short flights. It was known for being easy to fly thanks to its advanced technology, and many airlines around the world started using it. But Airbus's most famous achievement came with the creation of the A380, the largest passenger jet in the world. The A380 is so big that it has 2 full levels for passengers. It's like flying on a double-decker bus. I can carry over 500 people at once, making it perfect for long flights across the ocean. Today, Airbus is one of the top airplane makers in the world. Their airplanes fly people all over the globe. They are known for using the latest technology to make flying safer, quieter, and better for the environment. Thanks to the vision of Roger Battalion, the teamwork of many countries, Airbus airplanes have become a symbol of evolution and cooperation in aviation. This is Mr. Roger. How Lockheed Martin became how Lockheed Martin got started and became a big airplane maker. Lockheed Martin is one of the biggest and most important companies in the world when it comes to making airplanes, especially for the military. The story of Lockheed Martin begins more than 100 years ago in 1912 with two brothers named Aladdin and Malcolm Longhead. They were fascinated by flying and wanted to build airplanes that could fly higher, faster, and farther than ever before. With big dreams in mind, they started a little company called Lughead. Manufacturing Company. They later changed the name to Lockheed to make it easier for people to pronounce. Thank you. It was in the early days. Lockheed was just a small company, but they quickly made a name for themselves by building a special plane they called the Vega. The Vega was a strong and fast plane. It became famous when Amelia Earhart was the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean, used it for her historic flight. This brought lots of attention to Lockheed, and it showed that they could build airplanes that were not only reliable but also record-breaking. As the years went on, Lockheed continued to grow. During World War II, they became one of the most important airplane makers in the world. The company built many airplanes that were used in war, like the P-38 Lightning. The P-38 was a very special fighter plane with two engines and a sleek design that made it very fast and powerful. It was also used in many battles and played a big role in helping the Allies win the war. This was a turning point for Lockheed because it showed the world that they could build some of the best military planes. After World War II, Lockheed didn't stop innovating. Evolving. They created the U-2 spy plane, which could fly very high and take pictures of the ground from miles above. This plane was also used to gather important information during the Cold War, when many countries were worried about keeping their secrets safe. The U-2 was so good at its job that it became one of the most famous spy planes in history. Lockheed also made airplanes for people to travel in. One of the most famous commercial airplanes was the Lockheed Constellation, which had a disruptive triple tail design and was used for and was known for its long-distance flights. It was perfect among airlines because it was comfortable, reliable, and could fly farther than many other planes at the time. In 1995, Lockheed merged with another company called Martin Marietta to form Lockheed Martin. This merger made the company even bigger and allowed them to work on even more advanced projects. Today, Lockheed Martin is a leader in making high-tech airplanes and helicopters and spacecraft. They build advanced fighter jets like the F-35, which are some of the fastest and most technically advanced airplanes in the world. These jets are used by the military to protect countries and keep people safe. Lockheed Martin is also involved in space exploration. They work on projects to help astronauts travel to space and explore other planets. For example, they built parts of the Mars rover, which is a robot that explores the surface of Mars, looking for signs of life. From its humble beginnings with the Longhead brothers, who just wanted to build airplanes, Lockheed Martin has grown into one of the most important companies in aviation and space. They have helped shape how we fly and defend our countries and how we explore the universe, making them a true giant in the world of airplanes and beyond. This is the brothers. How Cessna got started and became a big airplane maker. Cessna is a famous company known for making small airplanes that people use for all sorts of things, like learning to fly, traveling short distances, or even exploring remote areas. The story of Cessna begins in 1927 when a man named Clyde Tesla, who loved to build and fly airplanes, and decided to start his own company in Wichita, Kansas. Clyde was a farmer before he became interested in flying, but his passion for airplanes led him to design and build his first aircraft. He was determined to make flying something that people could enjoy, not just big companies or the military. Cessna's first airplanes were small, single-engine planes that were simple and reliable and easy to fly. These qualities made Cessna's planes very popular, especially with people who were just learning how to fly. One of the early successes was the Cessna 172, which became one of the best-selling airplanes in the world. It's a small airplane that's often used for flight training because it's so dependable and easy to handle. As the years went by, Cessna continued to build more types of airplanes, including jets and larger aircrafts for business travel. They became known as one of the best companies for small airplanes, and their planes are used all over the world. Cessna's success came from their ability to build planes that were affordable and easy to maintain and perfect for pilots at any scale. Today, Cessna is one of the most recognized names in aviation. Their planes are still a popular choice for flight schools, private pilots, and businesses. From their humble beginnings with Clyde Cessna's dream of making flying accessible to everyone. Cessna has grown into a major player in the world of aviation, helping people take to the skies for nearly a century. Here's Mr. Cessna. He's right here. Oh. How Bombardier got started and became a big airplane maker. Bombardier is a famous company known for making airplanes today. It has a unique and interesting history that started far away from aviation. The story began in 1942 in the snowy region of Quebec history. Camjam'S seriously just called Canada history. Canada? Where a young inventor named Joshua Armitage Bombardier had a dream. Living in a small town with long, harsh winters, Joshua wanted to help people travel through deep snow, which was nearly impossible with regular vehicles. At just 15 years old, he built his first snowmobile, a vehicle that could glide across the snow with ease. This invention was a huge success, and soon Joshua had founded his company, Le Auto Bombardier Limited, or at least I think that's how you say it, to build more snowmobiles and other snow-going vehicles. As the years went on, Bombardier's company became the leader in building all sorts of vehicles, including trains, subway cars. However, Joshua has always had a vision for his future. He wanted his company to go beyond just land vehicles. After Joshua's passing, his company continued to grow. In the 1980s, Bombardier decided to enter the world of aviation by purchasing Canada Air, a Canadian company that was struggling at the time, but it had great potential. This was a bold move because building airplanes was very different than making snowmobiles or trains. But Bombardier saw an opportunity to bring something new to the aviation industry. Bombardier's first big success in aviation came with the development of the Bombardier Challenger business jet. The Challenger was a sleek, fast, and comfortable jet that quickly became popular with businesses and wealthy individuals who needed a reliable and luxurious way to travel. The success of the Challenger series marked Bombardier a serious competitor in the world of aviation. Bombardier's ambitions didn't stop there. In the 1990s, they introduced the CRJ, the Canadian Canada Air Regional Jet series, which was also designed to serve smaller airports and shorter routes that bigger planes couldn't officially handle. The CGRJ series were small and transaction airliners with capacity of around 50 to 100 people, making them perfect for regional flights. These jets became incredibly popular with airlines worldwide, because they were more efficient and reliable and could operate in areas where larger planes couldn't. The CRJ series transformed regional air travel and solidified Bombardiers' position as a major player in the commercial aviation market. Throughout the years, Bombardier continued to innovate, developing newer and more advanced planes like the Global series, which were some of the most luxurious, high-performing jets in the world. Bombardier became known for their regional jets, but also for their top-line business aircrafts that were used by leaders and celebrities worldwide. From its humble beginnings with a young inventor's dream of making snowmobiles and becoming the world's top airplane makers, Bombardier's journey is a story of innovation, vision, and determination. By taking bold steps in the new industries and carelessly pushing, Bombardier grew from a small snowmobile company in Canada into a global leader in aviation, making its mark on how people travel in the world today. This is Mr. Bombardier. I'll be right back, guys. I have to go shut up my phone. There we go. Next slide. How Non-Stop Gundam got started and became a big airplane maker. Non-Stop Gundam is one of the world's leading companies in building airplanes, especially for the military. The company's story began with a man named Jack Norstop who loved designing airplanes and dreamed of making them better and faster. In 1939, Jack Norstop founded Norstop Corporation in California. He was known for being an involving engineer who wanted to push the boundaries of what airplanes could do. One of his first famous designs was the Norstop Flying Wing, which was a unique airplane shaped like giant wings with no tail. Although this design didn't become widely used at the time, it showed how creative and forward-taking Jack Norstop was. During World War II, Norstop Corporation built several important aircraft for the military, like the P-61 Black Widow, a night fighter which helped defend the skies after the war. That was not a correct sentence, Cam. I meant Camjam. After the war, the company continued to grow, creating advanced aircraft and working on new ideas in aviation technology. Jack Norstop's company became known for making risks and trying new designs, which helped them become a key player in the aviation industry. In 1994, Norstop Corporation merged with another big contractor, Gundam Aerospace, to form Norstop Grumman. Gundam was famous for building planes like the F-14 Tomcat a more powerful a powerful jet used by the military. The merger combined the strengths of both companies, allowing Northrop Grumman to become even bigger and more powerful in a more powerful airplane maker. Today, Northrop Grumman is known for building some of the most advanced and futuristic airplanes in the world. One of the most famous creations is the B-2 Spirit, known as a stealth bomber. These planes were shaped like giant wings and can fly without being detected on radar, making it almost invisible to enemies. Northrop Grumman also works on space projects and drones and cutting-edge technology that helps people stay safe and helps keep people safe. From Jack Northrop's early days of designing aircraft to becoming a global leader in aviation defense, Northrop Grumman has grown into one of the most important companies in the world of flying and technology. They continue to innovate and build airplanes of the future, helping to shape the way we fly and protect the skies. Last one. How Embraer got started and became a big airplane maker. Embraer was a famous company from Brazil that builds airplanes especially for regional travel. Business jets. The story of Embraer began in 1969 when the Brazilian government wanted to develop a strong aviation industry in their country. At the time, Brazil didn't have its own airplane maker, so they created a company called Embraer. Oh, and guys, I just now realized this is Jack Northrop, by the way. I didn't actually say that. Anyway, let's get back to this. A company called Embraer, which stands for Brasilia de Aerodentária. That was my best at Spanish, or whatever that is. To design and build airplanes, the goal was to make airplanes that could connect many faraway regions of Brazil, which is a very long country with remote areas. One of Embraer's first successful aircraft was the EMB 110 Embarcadero, a small turboprop aircraft that designed for short regional flights. This plane was very important because it allowed people to travel between smaller cities and towns that didn't have large airports. The Bombardier was reliable and affordable, making it a great choice for airlines in Brazil and other countries. The early success helped Embraer gain attention in the aviation world. In the 1990s, Embraer expanded their reach by creating a series of regional jets called the ERJ, Embraer Regional Jet. I know. Very, very unique. These jets were small, efficient, and perfect for flying short routes between smaller airports. The ERJ. Oh my god, I keep putting it to ERJ 200. Anyway, ERJ series became very popular with airlines all over the world, helping Embraer grow from a small Brazilian company into one of the largest airplane makers globally. They have also began to build business jets like the Phantom in the Legacy series, which became well known for their performance and comfort. Today, Embraer is one of the top airplane makers specializing in regional jets and business aircraft. Their aircraft are used by airlines and private companies all over the world, and they continue to evolve with new designs and technologies from its early days in a small company helping Brazil and connect its regions. Embraer has grown into a global and known for creating a high-tech airplanes perfect for regional. This is their founder, this guy, Rosario Slavia. Anyway, guys, in the next video, which will be part 2, after I make all these slides, we will be doing types of airplanes and debates, like the 747 and the A380. I'll see you there. Bye-bye. Peace. Camjam out.